Lead back up to 7. Early post up for Horford. One more to Tatum. Unselfish basketball results in an open 3. And White cashes out.
You know, while Tatum and Peyton Pritchard have admitted to stealing parts of, Al's daily routine, Horford has been mirroring others for a while, picking the brains of NBA legends like Manu Ginobili and Vince.
He's only played about 50 less minutes than Kristaps Porzingis. And I think I could make the case as Derek gets another one to go.
Wow. Jaylen Brown off the mark. Got it back. Cross step. One more to Tatum. Open from deep. Cash. Peyton Pritchard coming off an 8-point game against Utah. Defending Gilgeous-Alexander got to the office and checks in with the turnaround. Tatum out top around the Cornet screen. Dort with the contest. Tatum says it doesn't matter. His second field goal of the ball game, both from deep.
Mark Dagnall, and Coach, you switched up the starting lineup. What stood out to you about the tone you set with that new group?
Really good. I thought we had really good pace on offense. I thought we got some pretty good stops. They made some tough shots. You got to clean up the rebounding.
Yeah, and they shot 22 threes in that first quarter. How, if at all, do you want to see your coverage change on the three-point line?
I mean, we just want to contest it. You're not going to prevent this team from shooting threes. That's what they do. But we want to contest everything. We got to clean up the rebounds. If we did that, it would be a pretty good defensive quarter.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Expressed his desires for more playing time and a bigger role, and has subsequently been rewarded as Hartenstein gets the jump hook to go.
He gets a lot of separation, though, with his handle.
If you watch Peyton Pritchard play ones against some of the better players on the Celtic team.
So normally this would be his time to command the offense, and yet they're winning the battle here. It's very significant.
A little bit of a zone look, it appears, by the Thunder, but doesn't matter for Jaylen Brown. And as I mentioned, food and water, a practicing Muslim observing Ramadan like many around the world, with his first field goal just a moment ago. Approaching 7.5 to go in the opening half. Nice cut by Jang, and got it to go off glass. Wonderful look by Hartenstein. Speaking with Hartenstein, and he said, Mark, I've never seen so many young guys so professional in my career. And that's a professional three-point shooter there. White with the empty corner two-man game with Jaylen Brown. Here's Tatum. Holmgren trying to guard him. Quick shot him with the left. Jason Tatum. Brown. Back out to Tatum. Dort runs him off the three-point line. Tatum!
Wow.
Al Horford on a heater with 4 threes already. Holmgren with 9 rebounds. Caught that one coming in hot. And what a conversion by the big man. Tatum rejects the screen. Back out to Horford on the drive. Tatum with a little cleanup. White got back tapped. And it comes off to the Thunder, who have numbers. Wiggins sprays it out to Dort. From deep. Got it.
Wow. 40% from 3. Just worked his tail off to make himself legit.
Doris, you and I were in the bubble when he was a smaller role player. Tatum knocks down the 3. Under a minute to go here in a very entertaining first half. OKC back to zone. The zone buster arriving. Plenty of time for SGA to squeeze one off against Brown. No whistle. Oh, he got it to go!
It's really more about the details. He said we ran into jump shooters twice. Also got to pick up our rebounding and just take care of the things that we can control, Josie.
Brown on a drive to the basket. Gets off to a good start here. Dort got the Thunder out of the gate quickly with his three-point shooting. Pulls over Horford and still has a bit of a hot hand. Lou Dort with 13 now. And that's three-point attempt number 37 now. Holmgren open from deep. Got it. Tape that he likes to consume in video study with his assistant coaches. Tatum off the dribble. Got it. Boy, that's a high degree of difficulty. Wiggins in transition. Wallace out to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. They run White off the three-point line. Tatum on Holmgren. Put his shoulder into the big man. Wow. An impressive step back by Jason Tatum. He's up to 24. Very efficient, 9 of 13. SGA with the reverse. His post-up position, Doris, you were mentioning, looked like they tried to get it to him a couple of times as Wallace lacerates the lane for the bucket.
I did not think their bench was especially productive. This guy in particular, whose punch off the bench has been critical, has not shot it well yet.
Oh, Holiday just put Isaiah Joe in the weight room.
But the variable of the shooting for the Celtics, just 1 for 10 from 3 here in the third.
What a dime for Cornette. Set it with his chest. Here's Pritchard on the wing. Brown out front. Spins twice. Man, he used the self-checkout line. One more to the corner. Hauser for 3. Shot clock at 7. He rejects the screen. On the cross. The lay. And 1!
With Joe Mazzulla. And Coach, what stood out to you about the way you were able to attack the paint more there in the third?
Yeah, I mean, we just did a better job getting stops in the third quarter. Our ball pressure and our physicality picked up. We were able to get out, get in transition.
You're typically stingy. You were able to turn them over 11 times. What type of defensive activity do you need to see here in the fourth?
Just ball pressure and multiple efforts.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
I would say ball pressure. Just underway in the fourth. Cornette! Crashing! Brown made those key closing buckets against Utah. Drives it on Holmgren. There's part of your answer. Jaylen Brown. White picks up Holmgren. White with the block. Wow, what a play. Brown, one more to Horford. White for 3. 7 on the shot clock for Joe. Got it back and pulled.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a sweet shooter right there. Celtics have a 21-point advantage from 3. But the way OKC is hanging is their disparity from the free throw line.
Jaylen Brown locked in on SGA. Isaiah Joe, one more to Kenrich Williams. Unsupervised from the corner, drills another 3.
Yes.
Perhaps because of their youth, perhaps because of their experience or lack thereof. But SGA is on the JOB tonight, folks. Tatum against Joe. Met with the double, saw 2 bodies, it didn't matter, Doris. Holiday touching paint. Boy, had a shot right at the rim, defers. Brown, center with his chest. Brown has really checked back into the game. And that ignites this combustible crowd. And that might be the 6th foul on Jaylen Brown there. Pritchard competing defensively against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace knocks it down.
You're trying to use a little clock, but execute well enough late.
They run 2 bodies at SGA, take it out of his hands. Wallace says, I'm the right man for the job, and he lays it home. A 15-4 sprint here for OKC late in the ball game. White turns the corner and 1. And that temporarily stops the hemorrhaging. SGA likes to attack that heavy foot of the defender. On the cross. The master of the mini committee. Maybe there's part of the reason they're on your screen with the lack of playoff experience. But at some point, experience doesn't matter anymore, especially when you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the way with 34 points. His metronomic, methodical, massive